Hi, welcome to lesson 8 of our 24 lesson series. Today I'm going to show you how to build complex, excellent sentences. To do that, I want to show you an example. So first we have 4 sentences. The man was taking pictures of the statue. He was in the park. It was 7:30 a.m. He wanted to show it to his family. All of these sentences are correct, but they're a little bit simple and short. So we want to combine all of these sentences into one sentence. How can we do it? We have to start with an independent clause. And we talked about this last time. What is an independent clause? It must have a subject, like the man. It must have a verb, was taking. And sometimes we have an object, right? Also, it must be a complete idea. So, the man was taking pictures. Do you think the idea is complete? Yeah, it's a complete idea. We could add a period here, and it's finished. Or we can add more, right? What kind of pictures? We say pictures of the statue, right? We added a preposition and another object for more information. When? At 7:30 a.m. We can say where? In the park. And we can say why? Because he wanted to show it to his family. Now we've taken all of the information, we created one sentence, and I think you'll agree it's a better sentence than the original 4 sentences that we had here. So I'll show you how to do it today. And we're going to look at some more complicated examples. So, again, our sentence, we said who, what, where, when, why, how. Whenever you make a sentence, think about these parts, because most sentences have this information. In our sentence, who, the man, we know. What, the man was taking pictures of the statue. That's his action. So what means kind of what happened. Where? In the park, we know. When? At 7:30 a.m. Why? Because he wanted to show it to his family. And how? We didn't explain how. We could say the man was carefully taking pictures, or the man was quickly taking pictures. We're going to practice that today when we study adverbs. We took all of those parts and we made a sentence. But there are many ways to make a sentence from those parts. For example, we start with at 7:30 a.m. That's correct. We could start with in the park. We could start with the reason, because he wanted to show it to his family. All of these are correct, and the important thing is all of them have an independent clause that I marked in red. The other parts, you can put it at the end, you can put it at the beginning. If the meaning is clear, it's correct. So, as I said, we have 24 lessons. Today, we're going to review our last lesson. And our last lesson was Unit 2, Lesson 1. In that lesson, we talked about adjectives, noun modifiers, multi-word adjectives, basically descriptive words. Even if you studied all of that and you remember it, after a day, you've forgotten a lot of what you learned. So we need to review. And then after a few more days, you forget, we need to review again. That's why we're going to review every time. And when you look at our lesson, you're going to see a lot of activities for review, including songs, pictures. I'm going to ask you to do listening. And all of that is going to help you. Every few days, we need to review the same idea and the same skills. So, Carlos planted a tiny seed. The seed became a large, shady avocado tree. How many adjectives do you see here? Did you find some? We have an adjective here, which is tiny. We have an adjective here, large. We have an adjective here, shady. Right? How many noun modifiers do you see? There's one. Avocado is a noun modifier. It describes the tree, right? And large describes the tree, and shady describes the tree. But large and shady are adjectives. They're descriptive words. Avocado is a noun, right? It's a kind of food. But it describes the kind of tree, so we call it a noun modifier, and it works like an adjective, except it's not an adjective. I asked you guys to write for our last lesson, and students sent paragraphs. You guys use adjectives like beautiful, romantic, exciting, special, bright, stylish to describe this video, the commercial that we watched. And one person used luxury perfume, which was a noun modifier, and I thought that was excellent because luxury is a noun, perfume is a noun. I also asked you to speak, and I want to show you one recording today. We're going to listen to it. We had this kind of strange picture, and I asked you guys to talk about it. So let's listen to that.
At first glance, you'd think this woman is crazy, but she's not. She just wants to be funny. This original old woman enjoys walking her dolls while smoking. Her somehow unusual walk keeps her healthy.
All right, so let's look at that recording. I thought it was a great recording, and I really appreciate getting those and hearing what students can practice and using those skills. If you don't use the skills, of course, it doesn't work because language is social. You have to use it. So at first glance, you'd think this woman is crazy, but she's not. Sounds perfect. She just want to be funny. This original old woman, you see those adjectives? Original, old. It's a multi-word adjective. She used 2 adjectives here. Enjoys walking her dolls while smoking. She used time here, right? While smoking. It tells us when. Her somehow unusual walk keep her healthy. There are 2 things that I want to suggest here. Check subject and verb agreement. We studied that in Unit 1. When you say she just want, it should be wants because it's singular and singular. Both of those should match. The next thing I want to talk about is today's lesson. We already practiced a little bit, but today's lesson is Unit 2, Lesson 2. If you go to our website, you're going to see a lot more practice and activities. That's where you can do the practice, and that's important that you use the skills. Now, how can we get started today? First, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get updates about our new videos. Next, start today's lesson. If you click under the video, you can find our webpage. On our webpage, you're going to see links to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You can get more updates about our program, about new videos, about new activities. They're free on our website. Join our newsletter. Again, we can send you an update. For example, we have a new lesson. Try it today. So I hope you enjoy it. Good luck with our lessons, and I hope they're helpful.